All right, let's get started. So I always start off standing up. So standing up nice and tall, and you can bend arm over. Walk yourself out into a plank position. Lower down. Press and over. Take a deep breath. And into downward dog. And pump those feet. Deep breaths. And stepping forward with your left foot and opening up, keeping that knee bent, arms out wide. And back to your calf. Front knee remains bent. Deep breaths. And then your left hand inside your left foot. Sink into that hip. Deep breaths. And then slowly switch, so right foot comes forward, opening up, arms out wide. And go back to that calf. And coming forward, plant that hand inside your foot. Really sink into that deep breaths. Planting both hands, returning to plank position. And slowly walking your hands back towards your toes until you totally open over. Deep breath, arms hang long, head hangs. Breathe deeply. Relax your jaw, relax your face. And gently sway side to side. Feeling the tightness in those hamstrings. Let your arms and head just hang. Deep breaths. And then slowly coming to a standstill. And then standing up slowly. Inch by inch. Chin is on your chest, and you lift your head, deep breath in, and out. Going right back down. Walk those hands out. Lower down and into cobra. Deep breath. And then into downward dog. And pump those feet. And left foot comes forward again and opening up, arms out wide, sink into those hips, deep breath. And back to that calf. Keeping that front knee back. And coming forward, plant that hand inside your foot. And sink in. Deep breaths. Planting both hands Switching hips, bring foot forward. Open up, arms wide. Deep breath. And back to that count. Breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And come forward. And dropping that hand, turning to plank position. Walk those hands back towards your toes. Arms and head hang. Deep breaths. Feel those tight hamstrings. And gently sway back and forth. Let your fingers raise the floor. Relax your jaw. Relax your mouth. And take some deep breaths. And slowly coming to a stop. And then raising up inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae. The chin is on your chest, lifting your head, deep breath in, arms up and out. Turning over, rocking forward one last time in a plank position. And then just bring your left foot forward. And then take your left hand and reaching through as far as you can. You're going to stay in this position. If you want to drop that back knee down to the floor, you can. And let that left knee just kind of fall to the side. Sink into those hips. Feel that deep stretch. Taking deep breaths while we're here. Opening up that head. Take that left hand, reach it to the sky, and then right back through again. Reaching as far as you can, reaching with your chest, not just your hand. Deep breaths. Reaching to the sky. And one last time through. And reach to the side. And then we switch feet. Right foot comes forward. Start with that back knee up if you desire. So right hand goes through, reaching as far as you can. Sinking into that hip. If you want, you can drop that back knee. And deep breaths. Reach that right hand to the ceiling. Back through. Deep breaths. Reach to the ceiling. And back through one more time. Deep breaths. And back to the ceiling. Yes. And then you bring that hand back down to the floor. Bring back that leg so that you're in all fours. Do some cat-cow, breathing in and arching. And breathe out. And drop. 2 more breaths at your own pace. And now we're going to do a quick hip mobilization. So you'll take your right knee, scoot it back about 4 inches, and then leaning to the left side. We're going to run that left hip through its range of motion. So think about pushing your hip bone out of its socket, almost push it to the side, and you're just going gently back and forth. So you're going through the range of motion of that hip, kind of scraping through, stretching out that socket. Sometimes that connective tissue can get really tight, and just like anything else, it needs to be stretched and loosened up. Deep breaths while you do this. Only going as far as is comfortable. If you experience any pain, just stop or ease up on the pressure. Deep breaths. Just a few more moments on the side. And then you can go back to center, walk that right knee back up again, directly underneath your hip. And then now the left knee will go back about 4 inches. Then the knee to the right side of your hips, pushing the side. Think about almost pushing that hip bone out. Feel kind of a lot of pressure right on the side there, side of your hip. And deep breaths, just gently going back and forth, stretching that connective tissue. And deep breaths. A few more moments on the side. And then you can return to all fours. Take your left foot, left leg, bring it up. Get that thigh all the way down on the floor, bending your knee 90 degrees. Other leg is also bent 90 degrees. So you're forming kind of a box with your legs. Perfectly square box. And then chest comes forward. And think about pushing your tailbone back behind you to the wall, getting a nice stretch in that glute. And deep breaths. We're going to stay here for a little while. Should hold stretches like this for at least a minute, otherwise no real changes will occur. Sometimes even after you stop feeling stretch, it's still doing most work for your body, actually causing physiological changes. So we want to hold our stretches for a minute to 2 minutes. And breathing deeply. Really focusing on our hips today, loosening them all up. happy, healthy hips. Breathe in deeply. Really think about pushing your tailbone back behind you. Even lifting up that glute a little bit to maximize that stretch. Breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And we'll just hold this stretch a little bit longer. And then you can rise up and switch to the other side, same thing. 90 degrees, creating a little box, a little square with your legs. Forward, pressing that tailbone back to the wall behind you. Really deep breaths. Deep breaths. Breathing into that tight muscle. Don't forget about that tailbone, always pushing it back. Only stretching so much as you feel a leg stretch. Never going into pain. Pain is not pain. Just a few more moments here. And then you can rise up. Grab that ball that you have nearby, that you hopefully have nearby, go away. And then we're going to do some self-myofascial release with our ball. We're going to go for our glute. So we're going to go kind of in the middle area of your glute. There should be a really tight spot, smack dab in the center of your butt cheek. So you're going to look for it, and then you're just going to hang out there, chill out, take some deep breaths. And it gets to be, if it gets to be too much to bear, you can just like take off a little bit of that pressure. And taking deep breaths. There are a lot of little, like deeper glute muscles, like the piriformis and whatnot. And those can get really tight sometimes. So we don't want to be tight asses. Throws our hips out of whack. And usually you want to find that tight spot and stay there for about a minute or two. Not kind of move away from it. Stay in that general spot. Deep breaths. Try to relax whatever muscle you're smashing. Don't let it get all flexed and tight. Defeats the purpose. And if you feel it, that it's kind of relaxed, that it's down away, you can move to a new spot. And then we're going to take that ball and we're going to move it up to the TFL, because I don't care who you are, you have a tight TFL. So that's kind of, if you have like a hip divot, you just go up a little bit, there's kind of a meaty little nugget there, and that's where we're. And then you're going to have to let on your side to get into it. Roll it a little bit back. And once you find that spot, you'll know it. You'll be wincing. And sink into that spot. Deep breaths. I've said this many times, but the TFL is connected to your IT band, which goes all the way down to your knee. When the TFL gets tight, it tightens your IT band and pull your knee out of whack. So that's why we want to smash our TFL often and with gusto. Deep breaths. Who knew such a small muscle could cause so much pain? Don't forget to breathe while you do this. Focus on the release of tension from that muscle, not so much on the pain. And if you feel like that muscle is relaxed or that knot has relaxed, just move it over about a centimeter or so. We'll just spend a few more moments on this side. And then we can pop out that ball, go to the other side. And remember, we started kind of in the middle of our glute last time, so that's what we're going to do this time as well. So kind of right in the middle, find that same spot, try to relax your glute, flex it or anything. Nice and chill. Take some deep breaths. It should be painful enough that it causes you to wince. It doesn't bring tears to your eyes. If it's that painful, please off them. And then if you're ready, you can transition to the tea bottle again on the same side. Otherwise, you can stay in that other spot if that was doing a lot for you. Deep breaths. We'll just spend a few more moments here. And then you can take out that ball, set it aside, and we're going to go right back up and get out of the one. I'm not going to use your ball again. So on one knee, you're going to take your hands, some finger guns right up over your head, and then lean away. Take a deep breath, and then lean to the side, and the head is out over your head. Breaths. And nice side stretch here. If your left knee is up, you're leaning to the left side. Or vice versa. Deep breaths. And back up. And then we can switch to the other side. Arms in the air, lean away. And then we can to the same side. Deep breaths. Let your hands fall to your sides. And now that we kind of got back parts of our hips and our glutes, we're going to front part. So our hip flexors, we're going to stay in this position, and you're going to squeeze your back glute, and think about rotating your pelvis underneath your body. So you have, if your pelvis is a cup of water, you want to bring it right underneath so it won't spill. So squeeze the glute of that back leg, rotate your tailbone underneath your body. If you want, you can lean forward very gently. We're not going to go very far. Stretching out those hip flexors. Flexors can get especially tight if we sit a lot at the desk or the chair or whatever. They're in a short position for so long. Really tight. It's not good for our back, not good for our hips. Really keep your chest up while you're doing this. Squeezing that glute. Now we're going to add a little bit of tension into the mix. So that front foot is going to stay where it is. You're going to think about pushing it as hard as you can away from you. That back knee is going to stay where it is. You're going to push it down and away, back behind you. So start pushing, not moving anywhere, but you're building tension. Thinking about sliding the floor apart. Pushing, building up tension as far as you can. Keep squeezing that glute behind you. And then in a few moments, we're going to switch it and pull as hard as we can together. 3, 2, 1, and then you switch. And you're pulling that heel and that knee towards each other. Still squeezing that glute as tight as you can. You get all shaky. Pulling, pulling, pulling. Deep breaths. As hard as you can. Building up that tension. Keep that front knee in. So we're using our adductors. And we're going to relax. 2, 1. And then relax. We're going to keep squeezing that glute. So we are still holding that stretch. Stay for a little bit longer. And then we can switch to the other side. So we can do the same exact thing. Squeeze that glute, tilt your pelvis underneath, tailbone is underneath your body. Chest is up, feeling that stretch right in the front of your head. Right now we're just stretching, there's no tension or anything except for tension in your butt, so squeezing that. Squeezing that glute, keep that pelvis tilted underneath. We need another mat. We have some like mats back there. I don't know that's okay. All right. And then we're gonna add that tension. So that tension where we're pushing away. So pushing away with that back knee, pushing back, and the front foot is pushing forward. So you're spreading that floor forwards and backwards. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. As hard as you can, squeeze that glute, keep it tight. Deep breaths, keep pushing, build it up. And you're gonna pull the opposite way in 3, 2, 1. And then pulling that heel and that knee towards each other. Keep that front knee in, don't let it fall out to the side. Keep pulling, keep squeezing that glute as well. Build up that tension as much as you can until you're shaking. Build it up, keep pulling, and you'll relax in 3, 2, 1, and then just relax, squeeze that glute, returning to that stretch, sinking in. We'll just hold it for a few moments. Deep breaths. And then we'll go onto our butt. So we've been on our knees about. And you can bring the soles of your feet together and pull your heels pretty close in. And you're going to just lean forward, pressing down with your elbows onto the top of your knees. You're all familiar with this one. Deep breaths. And go on to the back. You can have your left leg straight, right knee bent. Bring that right knee up to your chest. Hold it up to your chest with your left hand. Right hand goes out to the side. And then keeping our right shoulder on the floor, we're rolling to the left side. Getting a nice stretch in our back. And deep breaths. Keep that shoulder down. And returning back to the center. Drop the right leg down. Left leg comes up, pulling it to the chest with your right hand. Left arm goes out to the side, and then rotating to your right. Keeping your shoulder down on the floor. Deep breaths. And then returning back to center. And put both legs long, hands down at your sides. We're going to practice some belly bracing, not necessarily belly breathing. So actually, you can have the soles of your feet on the floor by your knees. And then you're going to push your lower back into the floor. We're going to take a deep breath in through our mouth and drive it all into our stomach. You can have your right hand down your belly. So you're going to drive that hand up to the ceiling with your breath. So big breath in through your mouth. And then drive it into your belly. Push it to the ceiling and then all the way out. You feel your stomach deflate all the way in through your mouth. Feel that hand go up to the ceiling. Hold it for a moment. Feeling that part of the belly like a balloon each time. This type of breathing is the key to bracing when we're lifting heavy weights. You want to breathe into your belly, brace with those core muscles that create a lot of pressure. And then at the end of your lift, you can do a few more into your belly. Feel that belly rise to the ceiling. Hold it for a moment, squeezing your abdominal muscles, and then breathing out. High pressure inner abdomen holds all of our muscles, all of our bones in place, and protects our spine. And the important skill to learn. Two more of these. And then we can return to your normal cadence of breathing. You can let your legs go long. You take your hand off of your belly. Just relax into the floor. And breathing normally. And then if your eyes are closed, you can gently open them. And you can sit on up. Find a seat. And then you can pat yourself on the back and smile, because we're all done. We're all stretched out. Good job, everybody. Thanks for coming. We had somebody in-house, but you guys are cool too. Oh, man.
Thanks, Krista.
You're welcome, Chris. Have a good night.
Hey, can I still sign up for tomorrow or not?
If you can't, then what time do you want, and I can do it for you.
I'll check right now. I was aiming for 6.
I don't know if you can sign up because it's a little bit past.
Oh yeah, it's like the 24-hour rule.
I don't really know, but you know what? I'm looking at it, and I can put you in there for 6.
Okay, cool.
I will see you tomorrow at 6.
See you then. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.